So it was always an easy way to just dismiss subtle symptoms. Hey faves, it's your Fav Ms. Renee. I'm back, you guys, with a new video. What's good, YouTube? How are you? I am well. It is late. I'm sleepy, but I'm well. Thank you guys for coming back. Thank you for coming to see me on my channel. I appreciate you all. You know that. You know what it is. If you're one of my faves, and if you are not one of my faves, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Get away from that door, honey. Pull yourself up a seat and sit down, child. And let's talk for a little while, okay? Thank you for coming to this channel. Thank you for seeing who Fav Ms. Renee is. I hope that you will enjoy yourself, and I really hope that you will come again. So you need to hit the bell, okay, so that you will get a notification the next time I upload a video. By all means, please share, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. Below. How low can you go? Go all the way to the floor. Low, 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 low. I'm goofy, it's late, and I'm tired. But please, leave me a comment down below. I love to read the comments. And I gotta give a shout out to my girl, Bailey Jenkins, because she was commenting, and I appreciate love you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Okay? Alright, so let's get into this video. Alright, so this video tonight is all about For Heart's Sake. And For Heart's Sake, you guys, is a YouTube video series that I've just recently started. And that series is designed for people like me that are living through heart disease. And it is for people that are maybe currently going through a situation and needing to get some advice, or just wanting to hear how another person's situation turned out. So here I am, and I'm ready to share. I think tonight I want to kind of go back a little bit. In the last Heart's Sake video, For Heart's Sake video, For Heart's Sake video. I'm going to get it right in a minute. Okay, it's called For Heart's Sake video series. Anywho, For Heart's Sake video series, the last video, I really described to you guys what my condition is called and what happened to me as a result of that condition. So the condition is mitral valve prolapse. Mitral valve prolapse. Again, y'all, it is late and I am sleepy, but I really want to get this video out. So, mitral valve prolapse is the condition. I ended up with mitral valve failure. Okay. I will drop that video. I will drop the link for that video in the description box so that you guys can go back to it and really get an understanding of where I'm picking up from for this video. So for this video, I just wanted to talk about signs and symptoms. Signs and symptoms. As you know, I was sick in 2014. 2014, I didn't know what was going on with me, but I was already starting to have symptoms of there being an issue. I just didn't know that it was with my heart. I remember one time I was asleep and my youngest daughter came in and she woke me up. As a matter of fact, I was asleep and she woke me up. And when she woke me up, I was like, what's wrong? And she goes, you're breathing funny. And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, I don't know, Mom. She's like, you're just breathing really weird. And I said, really? And she said, yes. It was just like really weird. And so I said, okay, so if I'm ever sleeping again and you hear me, video me, let me hear what you hear. Because at the time, I really didn't know and didn't feel like there should be anything wrong. Certainly not with my heart. There was another incident where I just got a complete brain freeze. But anyway, there was a time that I coughed. That's what it was. I coughed. And coughed, and there was phlegm. And when I looked in the phlegm, it was pink. It wasn't red, but it was pink. And it was a solid pink color. So I associated that color with blood. But I dismissed it because I coughed and there was phlegm. And I thought, well, you know, maybe I coughed too hard. And then there was a time when I would cough and it was pink. And I thought, well, sinus and allergies, I suffer all throughout the year with sinuses and allergies. So maybe this is a sinus and allergy related issue. Again, dismissed. Okay. Then there was a time, you guys, where my jaw here was hurting. All here. And so it was kind of like under my gum. Like under my teeth, under my gum. And so it was hurting pretty bad. But it wasn't hurting so bad that, I took, I think, Tylenol. And it helped. And I felt like it hurt more at night than it did any other time of the day. It did. It hurt at night. That was the time that it would bother me. And I don't know, eventually it just stopped hurting. Yeah. It was later after heart surgery that I read that pain in the jaw is a symptom for women. And understand that heart disease is different for women than it is for men. So you cannot, if you're a woman, you cannot just read the signs and symptoms for a man and think, oh, I'm not having those, so it must not be my heart. Because our symptoms as a woman, our symptoms are so very different than a man's. But also know that heart disease is a woman's #1 killer. And so, with that being said, it is something that we really need to take seriously and that we do really need to stay on top of, okay? So at the time that I was experiencing these very subtle, small warning signs or symptoms, because I didn't know that they were warning signs, I just didn't know what it was, I was not being seen by a cardiologist, okay? And the reason why I wasn't being seen by a cardiologist is because I hadn't been seen by a cardiologist in 20 years. Yeah, about 20. Maybe a little less than 20, but it had been a very long time. The last time I had seen a cardiologist, the cardiologist told me that my MVP was trivial and that I did not need to worry about it. And that was that. And when you tell a woman who just so happens to be a single mother of 4 that what you thought was a problem for her isn't a problem for her anymore, guess what she does? Puts it out of her mind. I went on with the rest of my life. And the reason why is I was an aerobic instructor. I became very physically fit. And I had 4 kids. Hello. I was superwoman and busy all the time. And because my cardiologist told me that my heart condition was now trivial, it was basically in my mind saying that it was fixed and that I didn't have to worry about it. So never let that happen to you. Like if you have a heart issue, when you're 5, then even if you only see a cardiologist once a year, see a cardiologist throughout your life, because you never know when that problem from when you were 5 is going to escalate and become a very serious problem when you're 35. Okay, I'm just saying. You just have to be careful. That's something that I learned the hard way. So, in 15, I don't think I had any jaw pain at all. And I was from time to time coughing, and there would be that pink phlegm, but it wasn't anything. It never got like beet red or anything. It never did anything. Okay. And I don't remember my daughter ever saying that I was breathing funny again. So those symptoms just kind of, I guess, faded. I don't know. But in 15 was a very, very rough year for me emotionally. The year began with people that I love passing away, and we had several deaths in the family, literally like back to back. So I was grieving a lot, and I was grieving, and I was very sad. That was early summer. By late summer, I started to notice that I was breathing funny, and I had shortness of breath, and I noticed that. And I also noticed a pain, and the pain was in my upper right stomach area, okay, in the region of my stomach, in the top portion of my right side of my stomach. So this pain was a constant pain, and it seemed that it made me hurt when I walked. And it seemed like the pain, almost like a balloon effect, like it would get big and hard, and then it would subside. That's just how it felt. And there was moments where it would get big and hard and hurt, and it would subside. And at this time, that pain, of course, my throat is getting dry. Hold on one second. So at this time, that pain, again, was constant. And when I walked, it would really hurt. It would hurt so bad. It would hurt so bad. And that was in August. So in August, September, I was seen by a primary care doctor. I was under the care of a primary care doctor, and I was trying to just figure out what this was, this pain that was non-ending. It would not go away. And at the time, the phlegm had become greater, more. And I remember if I would try to go to sleep at night, then I would cough all night long, literally, like I never slept. And anytime that I tried to lay down, anytime that I tried to lay down, I was not able to lay down, because the phlegm would be unmercifully, and it would just come and come and come and come, and it was very pink, and it would come and come and come more and more, and the pain was so severe I could barely stand it. And that pain that was in my upper right region of my stomach, it became unbearable. It was so bad, you guys. The pain was horrible. The breathing was bad. The phlegm was bad. all of this combination of stuff was happening throughout the day, every day, every day. It never stopped. Every day, all day, night, morning, evening, all day long. Mind you, what I found out is, thanks be to God, I never fell asleep because that phlegm was fluid. And that fluid was in my lungs. And had I laid down and fell asleep, I could have possibly drowned in the fluid in my lungs. So, thank you, God, because I didn't fall asleep. There was nights where I begged for sleep. I just wanted to sleep. But God said, no, you're not sleeping, sweetheart. You're going to stay up. There were more symptoms as we got closer to October. My symptoms started, like everything started happening, like constipation. I had a horrible breakout on my face one time, and it looked like a rash, and it was just everywhere. And it was little fine bumps everywhere. It didn't itch, but it was just everywhere. And then all of this stuff was happening to me at one time. And friends at work were trying to help me diagnose myself because my doctors literally could not figure it out. And they were having me tested for everything under the sun, and none of the tests were coming back with anything that was remotely directed or made sense to what was happening to my body. Like, everything was in constant pain. I was in so much pain, you guys, that I would drive to my doctor's office without an appointment and beg to be seen, and then begged for someone to help me. I was in a constant pain. Yeah, it was kind of bad. It was a really rough time. It was not something that I would ever wish on anyone. And that's another reason why these series are so very important, because no one should ever have to feel so defeated and so defenseless and almost like you're screaming and no one can hear you. I never want any of you to ever experience this. So, we're going to continue with this series, but we're going to pause for now because this video is going on and on and on. And yes, this is the rocky part of this video because we are talking about symptoms, and symptoms suck majorly out loud. Okay, they do. They suck. But I do want to press pause for a minute. And I'm probably, the next time you see me, I'm probably going to be, it's probably going to be tomorrow. Because I'm tired and I'm really sleepy. And I just want to be fresh. And I want to make sure that I'm giving you all the information that you need in this segment, because it is so very important. And I don't know, this video may save a life. This video may cause someone that is looking at this video, whether it's them or someone that they know and they love, and recognize these symptoms and say, let's go to the doctor. So I want to make sure that I'm saying everything exactly as it needs to be said. And right now, I'm sleepy. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay? You know what it is. Heads up, eyes open. Ciao.